Howdy. So I'm back on. I'm back on the Linux machine. Today is a big day for a lot of reasons. I am finally home. Hopefully permanently. But also, enough about me. There was a QXY update today, so that's been fun. I have not explored any of the new worlds. What little I do know about it, there's a section of new, I believe, 9 new maps. I don't know how many of them are sub-areas. But the main thing is, one of them is a connection to Complex, the Wateroo map. I guess first... Tempted to do a vending machine today. I kind of want to... I'm fine, I think. Because we just went to Alto. Let's do Complex. Let's go through Forest Pier. I guess I could technically go through Mirror Room. I don't trust my luck today. I'm just going to go through Forest Pier, if that's alright. As soon as I remember where Forest Pier even is. I think it's all the way down. Yeah, it should be in here. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been through Wateroo's maps. I should do a path up to depths at some point, because it's been ages since I have. Oh, there's new content in Critter Village too. I guess there's a weird amount of open ends in QXY's maps. Come to think of it, because there's all those sections in Home Within Nowhere that are doors that lead to nothing. There's all the houses in Critter Village and like that entire back area that's more or less unpopulated, right? Because there's that back area, but if you're going through to Virtual City Rainy Apartments, you only ever have to go through to the like red and black area that leads into Oblique Hell. But I'm gonna go along this path and see where it leads, and then this is the boring answer, but I think I'm gonna wait until the wiki gets updated to go through to the rest of it. Excuse me. I'm a little jumpy today because I get Zaxby's for lunch, and I just have this gigantic thing of unsweet tea sitting next to me, and I'm going through it. So the caffeine is making me jump a bit. But in other news, I've been deciding between a couple of games that I might want to play as like a one-off thing. I have ideas that I think would be very funny, but I'm gonna wait to say anything in case I double back on that idea. But I ended up buying a relatively old game on Steam, and it's going to be very funny to see people's reactions to it on my on my friends list when it pops up. Like, hey, by the way, Boondadalin is playing this. What are your thoughts on that? Abandoned Factory to Wind Tunnel. But hey, it's part of the summer. This is... Now that I am fully freed from responsibility, at least until my full-time starts, I have the ability to go and do whatever I want, and I'm going to use that opportunity to the fullest advantage that I can. So, the first thing that comes to mind, and this is something that I ended up doing yesterday, I watched this with my brother, we ended up watching a movie... We ended up watching Mary and Max, the Adam Elliott film. Because... My brother and I are, like, famously bad at picking a movie that we want to watch. And we go through this process of, like, clicking through our, because we have, like, a Plex server, essentially. And we, like, click through and we, like, go back and forth about the movies that pop up, and then we don't actually pick one, and we just do that for like an hour. And then by the time it's done, oops, multiple hours have gone by. And it's now too late to watch a movie. Now, this isn't dogging on him or anything, because I actively contribute to this, but we reached a point where we were just like clicking through, commenting on the movies as they were popping up, and then Mary and Max popped up, and we were both like, you know, I've wanted to watch this movie for a while, you've wanted to watch this movie for a while, let's just watch the movie. I have heard that it's a brutal one, but hey, I don't mind. And then we watched it, and it completely destroyed me. Here we are. That is one of the most impactful movies I've watched in a very long time. Hell, it made me sob. I haven't had a movie properly make me cry in a while. So, I mean, it's a good feeling. Because I'm the type of person that doesn't cry easily for a lot of, like, reasons I don't fully understand about myself. I hope to learn someday. But that doesn't mean I can't cry, and whenever something does make me cry, it's usually, like, automatically that goes way further up my like, personal tier list. And like, only a few things have ever managed to get that out of me. I think, I want to say in Stars in Time, Amori, a couple of the indie RPGs managed to get tears out of me. Lisa the Joyful got really close. I don't think it did make me cry. And then World of Goo. Only the first one. The second one didn't really have that emotional hit that the first game did. Because, like, I've talked about World of Goo before, but that is a game that, like, absolutely destroys me whenever I play it. Because it's 90% the soundtrack. The soundtrack to that game is genuinely incredible, and it's so shocking to me that Kyle Gabler, a lot of that is just stuff that he composed on his own time when he was in college. Like, he's not a professional musician. But those pieces that he contributed to the game's soundtrack are unbelievably good. And deeply impactful and emotional. But I think what really gets me about World of Goo is the premise. And it's something that, like, goes overlooked by a lot of people. Because, like, World of Goo has this reputation as being, like, the indie puzzle game, bridge constructor, etc. Usually when people talk about it, they talk about the gameplay. Or they talk about, like, how unique the vibe is, but the reason why the game has always resonated with me is because the concept is so brilliant. Because, to my understanding, World of Goo was made, like, a lot of the core concepts were made during a time in history where people were very concerned about oil usage. And, like, those fears haven't gone away, and I have a bad feeling that in the next 10 years, those fears are going to have to be redoubled if we want to get anywhere in the current energy crisis that we are dealing with because of data centers. Like, sometime within the next year, up to the next 10 years, we're going to have another, like, cultural panic over the use of fossil fuels. But during that initial panic, that is, like, the progenitor of what made World of Goo what it was, because in the same way as the Iron Giant, that like, famously, the premise of the Iron Giant is, what if a gun could feel love? What if a weapon didn't want to kill? World of Goo is a very similar stimulus, because it's, what if you had this beautiful natural resource that was being used and manipulated by a company for some like industrial end. Now, what if that resource was alive? And like that alone makes it such a unique and compelling work, because the whole premise of World of Goo is what if oil was alive? And I've never seen a game or any piece of media use it to that degree. Because what ended up happening was you ended up with this story about a race of creatures that are just purely so whimsical and so, like, don't understand the world around them. As they slowly get used and cultivated and driven to extinction. By a society that only appreciates their value because of what they bring to the table as an industrial use case. And how goo can be used for so many different things. It can be used as it's depicted being used as a facial cream. It's depicted as being used as a fuel source. It's used as, I mean, obviously a bridge construction tool, but that's more of a storytelling device than an actual use by the World of Goo Corporation. But it's this living, breathing, beautiful thing. And you have a hand, over the course of the game, of driving those beautiful creatures to extinction. And it's so poignant. It's so beautiful for them. Oh, hello. Get off of there. I felt something. There's an ant crawling on my arm. Little guy. But there's the final scene in that game is what completely annihilates me. Is you make it to the end of the story, and all the goo balls, save for a sparse few creatures that aren't even really considered goo, have either been killed, used up, or otherwise ousted from the world. And what few that remain are on a single isolated island. And the final puzzle in the game is to attach balloons to that island and send it into space. And it's unfortunate that World of Goo 2 didn't really deliver on that, like, the extensions of that message, because I feel like it could have been such a cool way to handle it. I think I mentioned this before, of like, it'd be really cool if the second World of Goo touched on things about space travel and how humanity is not really mature enough for space travel, even though we like to dupe ourselves into thinking that we are. There's just too much about the world that we don't know yet. Okay, I'm just gonna follow this person. Presumably this is the right way. But I'm gonna be flying without radar after a certain point, because these are all new maps. Oh. Oh. Unknown location. Is this it? This has gotta be it. Is this emoji? Wait a second. Uro Penguin Spin. Uro Penguin Spin. That's awesome. Wait. I don't know if I've seen this. Whoa, whoa! What is this? What did I do? Oh, Terra. Wait a second. What if I put it out? Thank God that works thank God that works in winter. If that didn't work, that would have been sad. The rest of the room looks the same. Can I relight it with lantern? No. Interesting. Ooh. I just felt that micro stutter. Oh. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, and there's... Yes, this is one of these maps. Like, there's no actual transitions. There's no screen transitions. It's all, like, organic. Oh my god. The music. Well, there's the people. Oh, and these are the worlds. Interesting. Ooh, this is... Wait a second. This is a, this is a common gimmick in Yumaniki fan games. This is, Oh, Jesus. What is this world called? There's a gimmick like this in the original Yumaniki, and there's also, I think it's like Acerola world in Tuki. Does Bat work here? It does. Okay, cool. If I get lost, I want to be able to find my way back. This is so gorgeous! Holy smokes, man. Is there, like, stuff in here? Is that a 3D scan of the brain? Am I seeing that right? I think that's exactly what that is. That's like a volumetric scan of the brain. That's really cool. Oh. This is a different world entirely. Okay. Is there something up here? Oh no, I didn't mean to break that. Oh no, those just go away anyway. Wow, this is gorgeous. Oh, is this where I came in? It's not. How many maps are there? Oh my god, these are all new. QXY, you have done it again. I was expecting this to be like 2 or 3 maps max. I guess they did add 9. Oh my god. The shining little like sheen on the trees. Wow. Oh my god. The moon! I need to try and get a good picture of this. That seems pretty good. I love this. It's like shattered glass. Wow. And then this is an entirely new thing. This is like, it's like monochrome field of cosmos. I had stuff to talk about that I was like thinking about that. I'm ignoring that for now. This is too beautiful to ignore. So where does this lead? This is okay. This is that blood area that I found right at the start. I should be able to head down back to where I started. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh wait, that's actually really cute. You can just hedge, if you go straight up, it will cycle through every single one. Very cool. The little plinth. This is so much like, oh my god. Are those paper cranes? Whoa. Beautiful. Yeah, this totally is like this is like Field of Cosmos. It's got like the lanterns. It's got like the little stone pillars. This is so cool. I need to slowly go... Yeah, here they are. I do want to go and visit that the red area if I can. That's the only area I haven't explored at all. I just passed through it very briefly. I swear I heard someone mention chasers, and there were chasers in the Yumaniki equivalent of this world. Ooh. Red rose. Interesting. This world is tiny. It's like the diagonal is way smaller than I thought it would be. Huh. Yes, this is just a transistory area. Already went here, and then down, ends up back here. What about this one? I really, really like whatever like graph theory nonsense is going on the floor. It's an objectively cooler version of reflecting electron zone. And again, like, this is an RPG Maker. This is RPG Maker. How the hell do you make this an RPG Maker? Like, this is driving me insane. These are visual effects that I couldn't even perceive how you would start working on these. Like, the tools that QXY has, like, it has access to, and the beautiful visualizations that they're able to make. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is outstanding. I really like this world as well. I think there are a few worlds I haven't seen yet, though. Because this is... let me count these up. If I were to head back to that starting room. Here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 worlds. So there are 3 other maps that have been added that I haven't seen yet. And I think that means they're on a completely different section of QXY's maps. I think these are all interconnected, otherwise. Not sure. I'll have to look into that. But these are... I'm so happy. I'm happier than words can really describe right now. And if I equip Stretch, I'll probably be fully obscured. There we go. These are the kind of... This is the kind of map you just want to stare at. This shore, there's gotta be something else here. I'm not even sure. This would be a very nice place to just chill. Such a gorgeous set of worlds. I'm repeating myself because these worlds are beautiful. Can you blame me? It's not often that we get to see new QXY content, especially content of this quality. I wonder how much of this is accessible. I see like window frames down there, but I don't know if I've run into those yet. I'm also curious if this is a one-way route or if there's some way to leave. Here's the window frames. Okay. It's like, is there one of these doors that actually leads somewhere? It doesn't just lead to one of these other doors. Oh, shoot, it's you, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to say. I'm just admiring these worlds. I'm so excited to check out the rest of these, but that'll have to be some other time. But yeah, that's all I got for now, I think. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.